A $200 stone cistern has supplied free water on an Okinawan island for 3 centuries. No pumps, no bills. 37 US states have restricted systems like it. The official reason is safety. $60 billion in utility revenue suggests something else. On Takatomi Island, a stone cistern sits half-buried behind a weathered farmhouse. Its walls carved from Ryukyu volcanic tuff and sealed with a thin layer of baked clay. Rain runs from the tiled roof into bamboo gutters, each segment bound with natural rope and replaced every few years. As water enters, it passes through a bed of gravel and charcoal, simple, effective filtration that has kept the supply clear for generations. The system's design is strikingly direct. Gravity draws water from the cistern to a wooden tap, eliminating the need for pumps or electricity. Field measurements confirm that a typical household setup delivers between 10,000 and 15,000 gallons per year, matching the island's annual rainfall and supporting nearly all domestic needs. Maintenance is handled by family labor, quarterly gutter cleaning, and annual clay inspection, at no monetary cost. When the rain stops, we sit by the stone wall and listen to the water, says Miyazawa Kenji, whose family has relied on the same cistern for over 3 centuries. The evidence is carved in stone and measured in gallons, a system built to last, providing free water long before the arrival of any utility bill. The numbers behind household water costs in the United States are hard to ignore. Over 3 decades, the average American family pays between $25,000 and $54,000 to their local water utility, money that never buys ownership, only temporary access. Monthly bills, now averaging $110, add up relentlessly, with rate hikes outpacing inflation in most cities. Against this, the cost of building a do-it-yourself rainwater system in the Okinawan style looks almost laughable. $200 for barrels, gutters, and gravel, or up to $500 for a mid-sized polyethylene tank and filter. No recurring fees, no meter, no surprise surcharges. Field tests confirm that a typical setup can supply more than 10,000 gallons a year, enough to erase the water bill for most households. The payback is measured in months, not years. For every dollar spent on hardware, hundreds are saved on utility charges. The math is so lopsided, it raises an uncomfortable question. Why are so many Americans still locked into a system that drains their wallets for water that could, by all physical evidence, fall freely from the sky? Across the United States, a tangle of state laws and local ordinances creates a legal minefield for anyone who tries to collect the rain that falls on their own roof. In Colorado, it was illegal to harvest rainwater for private use until 2016. Now, the law allows just 2 55-gallon barrels per household, no more than 110 gallons at a time, and only for non-potable use. Homeowners must register their systems, and the total volume is capped at a fraction of what a typical Okinawan cistern supplies. Utah imposes its own hurdles. Residents must apply for a permit, declare their intended storage volume, and face a strict ceiling of 2,500 gallons per residence. Failure to comply can bring a $500 civil penalty per violation. Oregon's enforcement has gone further. In 2012, the Department of Environmental Quality handed a homeowner a notice threatening a $1,500 daily fine for operating an unpermitted rainwater tank. The owner dismantled the system after 2 weeks, under pressure of mounting penalties. Today, 37 states maintain some form of legal restriction, whether it is a permit, a storage limit, or ambiguous language that leaves homeowners guessing. These are not theoretical risks. They are codified in statutes and enforced with real financial consequences, turning an ancient act of self-reliance into a regulatory gamble. Municipal water utilities in the United States collect more than $60 billion in annual revenue, money that depends on a steady stream of household payments. For the industry, every rain barrel installed is not just a lost customer, but a threat to the entire business model. Financial reports from the American Water Works Association and the National Association of Water Companies reveal a coordinated response, with over $4.2 million spent on lobbying in recent years, targeting state legislatures and national code councils. The stated rationale is public health, yet the lobbying disclosures repeatedly cite the need to protect utility revenue streams and prevent unregulated water diversion. Internal memos from utility associations warn that widespread adoption of rainwater harvesting could erode municipal budgets, undermine bond ratings, and destabilize rate structures. These concerns are not theoretical. The International Plumbing Code, shaped by industry input, continues to exclude rainwater systems from potable water provisions. While the EPA's own studies recommend incentives for residential rainwater use, utility lobbyists have steered policy in the other direction, ensuring that, in much of the country, the law still favors the meter over the rain. 15 years of rainwater quality testing by the University of Arizona leave little room for doubt. Samples from 12 residential cisterns, tracked from 2005 to 2020, showed that untreated rainwater sometimes exceeded EPA coliform limits. But when a basic first flush diverter and a half-micron filter were added, 96% of samples met or surpassed federal drinking water standards. Heavy metals such as lead, arsenic, and copper remained far below regulatory maximums, regardless of roof type. The same pattern holds in peer-reviewed studies from Texas and California. Simple, low-cost interventions eliminate the main health risks. The science is clear. Rainwater, properly diverted and filtered, is safe for household use, undermining the public health rationale behind most state restrictions. James Parker, an Arizona homeowner, installed a rainwater system for $380, including the tank, diverter, filter, and fittings, completing the work himself in a single weekend. His water bill dropped to zero. Utility records show 4 years with no municipal usage, even through drought. The setup is straightforward, with gutter extensions, a first flush diverter, a polyethylene tank on a concrete pad, and a gravity-fed tap. Maintenance is minimal, with a monthly inspection and annual filter cleaning. The payback came in just over 3 months. Systems like this echo designs found in Roman villas and Korean hanok, proving that the core principles of rainwater independence are both ancient and easily within reach today. Centuries of proof meet a wall of regulation and profit. Today, the simplest path to water independence is blocked for millions. The question is not safety, it is control. What is your verdict?